In this video, I'll show you Hostinger's secret features that literally no one talks about. Like, did you know you can store your website on 82 servers instead of just one for free, drastically improving your worldwide loading speed? Yeah, things like that. So, how do you get on 82 servers? Well, long story short, all web hosting servers need server software to run properly. And it just happens to be that Hostinger servers run on a paid version of Lightspeed, called Lightspeed Enterprise. And since Hostinger is paying to use this software on their servers, and you're using the server, you're technically a user of Lightspeed Enterprise as well. So your server comes with some benefits that are paid for by Hostinger. The most notable perk is a Premium Content Delivery Network, or a CDN. Since the same company that owns Lightspeed also owns Quick Cloud CDN, you're able to use the premium version of Quick Cloud for free. All you need to do is navigate to the Lightspeed Cache plugin that comes pre-installed with every Hostinger plan, and then link your account with the Quick Cloud CDN. I have a full tutorial here if you're interested in that sort of thing. But this allows you to store your website on 82 servers all across the world, instead of serving content from a single server location. Your website visitors would be viewing the website from the closest location to them, drastically reducing the physical distance data needs to travel. The free version of this product only gives you 6 servers, but since you're a Hostinger customer, you can use the otherwise paid version with 82 servers for free. By the way, here is a quick test for the loading speed from different parts of the world without the CDN, and here is it with it active. Noticeable difference, right? So, if you're not using a CDN at all, this is the best thing you can do for your site. And if you're using something like the free version of Cloudflare, ditch it for Quick Cloud and don't miss out on the little gifts that Hostinger has provided for you. Okay, while we're on the topic of getting free performance boosts, did you know that you can essentially double your server performance for 24 hours once every month if you're using Hostinger? And this is completely free and even encouraged by Hostinger themselves. While 24 hours doesn't seem like all that impactful, it's a lifesaver if you have a seasonal shop or website. Maybe your website is sitting at 5% capacity for most of the year, and it spikes to 180% on Mother's Day, Black Friday, or Christmas. Maybe you even host an event once every month where people rush to sign up for it during the first day that registration is open. In these cases, you simply activate your free 24-hour boost and your server gets upgraded to a 1-tier higher paid plan for the whole duration. No need to buy a more expensive plan for the whole year. One exception: if you have the Cloud Enterprise plan, this option will not be available since there is no plan above it, so there's nowhere to upgrade to. All in all, this is a great way to save money, because if you only need the extra resources a couple of times per year, why pay for the better server all of the time? Since I've been using Hostinger for a long time myself, and after all of these years, I've gathered some life hacks on how to get the most out of your subscriptions. One of the best life hacks has to do something with priority support. Priority support is exactly how it sounds like. You get to skip in line when contacted the support via chat. So you get your answers before anyone else who doesn't have priority support. Great feature, because by default, you can sometimes be stuck waiting for like an hour,
1 hour later,
before you reach an actual human. The problem is that Hostinger only gives out priority support to people who use cloud hosting plans. However, the priority support feature gets activated per account basis, not per plan basis. And this is important, because as long as you're purchasing all of your plans on an account that has priority support, all of your products will have priority support, cloud hosting or not. So if you have 20 premium plans on your account that you're using for clients or reselling or whatever, make sure to buy at least one cloud plan, and that way you will have priority support for your whole account and every plan you use on that account. And this priority support trick isn't the only benefit that I've picked up on. Usually, existing customers don't really get a lot of benefits. companies bend over backwards just to lure someone through the door, and all of the good discounts are for new customers, and all of the good free features come with plans for new customers as well. So existing customers usually get nothing. Well, that's not the case with Hostinger. Recently, in April of 2024 to be specific, Hostinger upgraded their Massachusetts data centers with some new gear. Way more powerful Dell servers, which are 20% faster, have lower latency, and increased data transfer rates and capacities compared to the previous servers. Why is this good news for existing customers? Well, because Hostinger actually allows you to switch your data center location. So, if you have US-based customers, just switch on over to the Massachusetts data center and take advantage of the 20% better performance free of charge. I've run my tests to confirm this. I hosted the first server in Arizona and another one in Boston, Massachusetts, and indeed, it responded roughly 40% quicker when hosted on the Boston location. So, if your target audience is in the USA, I would recommend changing your website's server to Boston, Massachusetts here for free. And if you're a new customer, choose this as your primary location for a free performance boost. Keep in mind though that this is a US-based data center. It's best for US traffic, so I wouldn't recommend this to European or Asian users. However, what's worth using for every customer, both old and new, is the account sharing functionality that you might not even notice existed, because it hides in this personal settings tab. It's basically a built-in account management system that allows you to generate separate logins for other people. And you might think, but why would I need to do that? Well, there's a lot of reasons actually. 1. Let's say you offer your friend to host his website on one of your plans. So instead of giving him your plan login details, you just generate a separate login for his website only. This way, he can't mess with your payment options or your website. 2. Maybe you hired someone to give you technical help with your site. Instead of exposing your login and payment information by giving him your account credentials, just generate new logins without the payment permissions, and after he's done, revoke the access, making sure he's no longer accessing any of your data. Of course, this is not just useful for yourself, it is a lifesaver if you're a freelancer, an agency, or a reseller. Because basically, with one account, you're able to host multiple people that all feel like they have special treatment and a personal server. So I'd say, get creative. If you don't use the whole capacity of your plan, sell some of that space to your friends. Or instead of just creating a website for somebody, offer to host it as well. They get the plan cheaper and you earn more money. Win-win. Now, this isn't something that you have to actively do or activate, it just works on every Hostinger plan. But basically, a DDoS or a denial of service attack is one of the most common ways for people to take down a website, at least temporarily. DDoS attacks just send a ton of fake users to your website, overloading your server, so you run out of resources and everything on that server, like your website, either becomes incredibly slow to load or just doesn't load at all. Now, Hostinger uses a black hole routing method to fight DDoS attacks automatically, which is pretty cool. It works as a filter. Shady people send tons of packets to a website, this method flags them as intruders, opens a hatch leading to nowhere, and then kindly invites them to join their friends in the middle of nowhere. The attacker thinks that packets are going through, but your website doesn't go down. Essentially, you waste his time and he has nothing to show for it. So, instead of having to activate a CAPTCHA on your site, temporarily switch IP addresses, or even shut your services down yourself if you're experiencing a DDoS attack, you can always have this tool looking out for you. So if you're already a Hostinger user, I highly recommend you take advantage of these features. And if you're new here, keep in mind that you can get a 10% discount on any web hosting plan from Hostinger using the links down below with the code Emit.Reviews. As a bonus feature, Hostinger does accept cryptocurrency as payment. But if you're still worried about low pricing and all of these features that seem a little bit too good to be true, I've actually investigated Hostinger to determine if they're cheating their customers or not. Watch this video next to find exactly that. Now, good luck hosting your websites, and I'll see you in the next video.